Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I appreciate everybody watching the channel and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that little button. It really helps me tremendously show up in the algorithms and all that stuff that's going on in YouTube. This is a flip through of 3 journals that I have completed this week that I'm going to be listing later this evening in my shop. And so I wanted to do a flip through video to reference because Etsy has, you can post 10 photos or a very short video. And so it doesn't give a full flip through of what the journal looks like in its entirety. That's why I like to do these flip throughs. So, like I said, there are 3 of them. I'm going to start with the smallest and then we'll do the other 2. This one I'm calling The Age of Innocence. It is 6 1/4 by 5 inches. It has 1 signature and 84 pages. And there are both digitals and vintage items in this one. Obviously the main theme of this one is children, vintage photos of children. Mostly, I think all really from the Victorian age, that kind of thing. And I've included some of my embroidered sampler in here that's flowers of the alphabet. And so that, for some reason, led me into children and the alphabet, and I don't know. And there's also some of my vintage advertising cards in here. The cover is this is actually a photocopy of a cabinet card that I have. And it has been sewn around the edges. And I also included my little spoon paperclip on here. For those of you that have not seen that video, this is like a child's spoon or a little teaspoon that I flattened out with a hammer, bent it in half, and made a paperclip. So it has, 2 sides to it. Vintage lace around here. There's some sewing tissue underneath the photo and some white and gold splatters on the cover. It is a fabric cover. It has a crochet doily wrapped around it again with some lace and some fabric. This whole cover is a soft cover that is a paper bag that has been sewn around the edges. Okay, when you open it up, like I said, there are several vintage Victorian aged photos in here, and just little bits and pieces. This is a piece of the sampler. You're going to see several of those throughout the book. This is a vintage children's songbook. It's called A Child's Opera, I think. And it has several nursery rhyme kind of songs in it. This is French Dictionary here. I thought the pink went well with the other colors in the journal, so I stuck a couple pages of that in there. The pockets all have these lace digitals in them, which is from Amy at Crafty Cat's Peeling Paint and Roses. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, that I cut the tags out of. Hand stamped them, hand colored them with these little florals. The tabs on the tags are made out of a old vintage, like, dresser scarf that was in pretty bad shape, but it had this really cool pink border on it, so I thought that would make tabs, and of course vintage buttons at the top. Music paper. This is an envelope that can fold out. I didn't glue it together. It's got tea-dyed paper on the inside so that you can write on it. Some of the pages do have lace edges. This is one of the advertising cards. I've got some parchment in there. Here's another one of the pockets with the photos. And this is more French dictionary. This is eco-dyed paper. It has kind of a pinky corally look, and it's been hand stamped. This is parchment paper, and another pocket with a flashcard. That is a digital, and I believe that's my porch prints, that digital. And I've got a few little charms on here. This one kind of looks like Holly Hobby. And this is a Tim Holtz stamp. There's another one of the fold-out envelopes. Another advertising card. This is newsprint. Another tag with the flowers. Get it back down in here. Some more French dictionary, eco-dyed paper. This is a paper bag with another flashcard and another. This one's got a teddy bear on it. Another pocket with a tag. Music, French dictionary. Here's some more of the sampler. More of the children's music book. And then this is the center. This one is Midori style. Put in there with the elastic, but the signature is actually sewn together. Excuse me. More of the dictionary, more music paper, another hand-stamped coffee dye, and just a little journaling card in that one. Here's another flashcard, and this one has a bunny rabbit on it. Another one of the fold-out envelopes. Another advertising card. And you can see it's kind of, all set along the same lines. Plenty of writing room. You can easily write on all of this paper. Here's another pocket. Another fold-out envelope. Another advertising card. And another pocket. If I can get these apart. Eco-dyed paper, music, more coffee dyed, and the last flashcard. And this one has a little heart that says made with love. And French dictionary, and the last little double sampler piece. I got a long string there. I'll get rid of that. And then there's lace on the back. And like I said, it's, been sewn all around. So there is number 1, The Age of Innocence. And it just has a tie to keep it closed, although it's not really necessary, I don't think, but it looks pretty. Okay, now, this is Clara, and Clara is based on she's a composer and a writer, and she likes to write in her garden, so there's a lot of handwritten stuff in here, and there's also a lot of floral reference. She measures 5 1/4 by 7 1/4, and she has 2 floating signatures and 108 pages. And she's just kept closed with this 2 little ties here. And this digital is by Joey the Card Maker. And it's just got some vintage lace, a little vintage button on here. It's got an inkwell and an ink pen. And this one is includes a lot of my German ephemera. I just put a piece of fabric washi there to cover the previous title of the book because I like the age and the way that the cover looked, so I didn't want to alter that too much. Alright, when you go on the inside of this one, there's a pocket here, and I made this the other day and I saw it on Pinterest. The inside cover and the back cover has German text on the bottom, and then this is apron fabric, vintage apron fabric. But I like the florals with the colors and everything, so I use that to cover it up. And it was sheer enough that you can still see the writing, which I like. This is a little collage on this page. This is her bow, and this is her cottage. And you're going to see most of everything in here is written in German. I took all my German books and my German letters and any ephemera that I had that was German and put in here. So most of it is in German. Digital music paper. There's parchment paper in here. This is a vellum pocket, and this is her parents. This is a vintage photo, by the way, an original, and a German postcard, and this is Kathy Holden fabric, and I just made a little fabric flip with some stenciling behind it. I put one of the little flower shakers in there because I thought that went really well with that fabric. I used a lot of the glassine trim on some of the page edges. This is an original handwritten out of my autograph book that I got in Germany, and you can see it's dated 1923. This is German English Dictionary. This is a copy of some kind of receipt. I'm sure somebody that can read German. It looks like it's some kind of ticket to go somewhere. German book page behind there. This is one of my German letters, the original, that's in here. And then there's a little envelope here. It's just kind of a little tuck spot. It's got Velcro on it, so that you can open it up and write on the inside if you want to. This is a digital of some German postcards. And then this can flip out, and you can write in there. Tim Holtz vellum, you can flip that up and write. This is the center spread, and these flowers here are from 49 and Market. And then I've got another little feather pen with an inkwell here. There's a little partial piece of a German letter here, and it's got a tag in the pocket that is from a garden book. Over here we have another pocket with another couple of tags in it. This digital is called Flora of Germany. And so the flowers that you see on these little cards are native to Germany. This is a German, it's actually a Boy Scout book that has all the songs that the Boy Scouts sing. Digital, I've got another little piece of a dresser scarf here with embroidery. And this is out of one of my German prayer books that I got when I was in Germany. It's stuck in that pocket. I'm trying to be really easy with it because it's kind of fragile. German book, German dictionary, another one of the digitals with the German postcards. This is a copy of a postcard that I had in February of 1945. This is a German digital. More parchment. These song music backgrounds are printed on the newsprint, so they have a really nice feel. There's more German book. This is the other half of that floral piece. Floral garden book page. This is music staff paper. Here's another German book page. This is a map of Germany, and it's got this little canvas heart on it with one of the Tim Holtz heart charms. And I believe I got that in Happy Mail. Another Kathy Holden fabric flip, and another shaker. Here's another page out of my German autograph book, and this one's dated 1923 as well. More German book, a different book this time. I believe this one's like a history book. Another vintage photo that I just thought went well. And this is the German digital here. And then I've got this little German envelope, and it's got two tags on the inside that have two of the floral little journaling cards with it. I guess you could call those ATCs. They're about the size of an ATC. The envelope is dated 1940. More of the Boy Scout manual. Here is the last little inkwell and pen on this little German postcard digital. German English dictionary, another piece of Tim Holtz vellum that you can flip up. And here's the window pocket I made the other day with the tag that's got the German letter and German stamp and stuff on it. I put it in the center of the second signature. This is a copy of that same... No, this isn't. This is a digital. I don't own this one. But this one's dated 1948. More of the music. This is original here. No, it isn't. It's a digital. Yeah, that's a digital. And I did another one of Joey's photos on there. And this is wrapped around the page and just paper clipped on, and it's got a little piece of vintage fabric on the paper clip. This is a little tag, and I just folded the paper kind of funky and stuck it on there just to give it some character. And then we have this pocket with another piece of original autograph book, September 3rd, 1923. Willie signed her book. And it's just got a Tim Holtz die cut in there, and then this digital. And I believe this digital is from 49 Dragonflies, if I'm not mistaken. But I thought that could represent her grandparents, since that looks a little older. And then we have a journaling card here, which is the digital, and a couple more of the floral prints and a Tracy Fox label. And then this one has a couple more of the floral cards and just a collage on a side tuck. And here's another piece of the dresser runner. More digital, or this is the digital, this is the original book page. And I just taped it on there to flip out. And this tag I made kind of to be a belly man, and it's got a little journaling card in there about creeping flocks. And this is the music staff paper. So that is Clara. I know these flip throughs are boring, guys, so if you want to fast forward through, that's completely understandable. And if you're just looking for one in particular, one of these three, then, you know, feel free to go through that one and then move on. Okay, this is Patrice. My husband named this one because one of his favorite hockey players that used to play for the Bruins, he was French Canadian, and his first name was Patrice. So that's how he got his name. Patrice is a horologist, which is a clock and watch repair person, and he inherited his skills from his grandfather, passed down to his father, and so he is third generation. My husband said, "You always have to have a story, don't you?" And I said, "No, not always, but it makes it easier in my mind to put a journal together if you kind of have a concept." So that's what I do. This is an original cabinet card that was from my collection, and this frame is also original. And of course, this one is all based around clocks and butterflies. Why clocks and butterflies? Because I found a beautiful two digitals that I used in this kit that just happen to have clocks and butterflies. So there you go. This one is a hardcover book. It measures 4.5 by 7.5. I can't remember if I said that or not. It has 2 floating signatures and 108 pages as well. The book is in really good shape. I love the colors of it, so I really didn't do much to alter it, other than I wrapped it in lace to cover the original title, and put my topper on. So that's pretty much it. On the inside, I had some fabric that had some French writing on it, so I used that. This is some scrapbook paper that I had, And of course, this is Tim Holtz die. You'll see half the clock in the front and half the clock in the back. And then some trim. I made a little faux ID card, and I tried to get a picture that looked somewhat like him to put on there. And like I said, this is the digital that I used, and I did not write down the name of whose this is, but I will put it in the description box because it is a really pretty digital. And for this one, this is a portion of a actual clockmaker's log, where he logged everything that he did, and what kind of clock or watch that it was, and the case number, and the movement number. So I just put a portion of that in here. You can journal on the back of it if you want to, but I just thought it looked kind of cool in there. This is a belly band. It has 3 little tags in it. And you can see I used some gears on it just to kind of spruce it up a little bit. And the book pages that you see in here are actually a book about repairing clocks. So you're going to see lots of pictures of figures and illustrations of gears in different parts of the clock. Excuse me, I'm going to get a drink. I've been talking and my throat's getting scratchy. Okay. This is a digital I was trying to think of whose it is. I can't think of it offhand. It may be Lorna at Taylor Made Journals, but I'm not totally sure about that. I'll have to look it up. It could be Ruby and Pearl as well. And then this is just a little cutout of the Tim Holtz paper, and you know, I'm thinking this is this guy as a kid. Okay, and then we have some vintage ledger here, and we have a pocket here with a little French tag, and coffee dyed paper. We have coffee dyed grid paper, and then you're going to see 4 of these tags, and these tags I put together with a French digital tag, and then these are a separate digital. Again, I'll list it down in the description box because I can't remember off the top of my head who they are. And then up here on these tags, there is an antique or vintage watch face, and each one of these tags have one, and they are real watch faces. I love clocks and watches, and so I have a lot of watch parts and stuff like that, and a lot of pocket watches. So I parted with 4 of them to put in this journal. And again, this is the digital paper, which I just love. And I thought it went so well with the book cover and colors and everything. French dictionary in this one. This is French here. There are 2 of these, one in each signature, and this is a junk mail envelope. It will flip up. It has a tag here that will come out that you can write on the back of as well. And it just slides in there. It's over the page, and on this side it is a pocket with a tag. and it has a little charm. In this case, it's a clock, and I think on the other one it is a key, like a clock key. Okay, and we have some parchment paper, and we have this some kind of statistics book page in here. It just has lots of numbers, and I like the numbers. You're going to find 3 of these in here. They're little, see if I can get this one off. It's flipped over they're just little coin envelopes that I made. And you're going to, like I said, find 3. I wanted it to look kind of like parts for clocks or watches. And one says springs, one says coils, and one says screws. And I just stamp it, you know, kind of irregularly, and then put my faux tape on it to make it look old. This is Grandfather, and he's actually a poet, but I love this. This is an original out of the book, and it's got an awesome kind of Art Nouveau stamp on the back, or painting on the back, printing on the back. But I thought he would make a good grandfather, so he is in the center of the first signature. And then more of the stat book, and tissue paper, more of the clock book. And then on this page, on the back side of the clock book, I just did this little collage. Excuse me. And this is Patrice and his little brother. And it's just got 2 little tickets in there. French dictionary. French book page, which is part of the digital. Here's the second tag with the watch on it. Tea-dyed paper, more of the book. And this is the digital, and this is more vintage ledger paper, and this is a stamp from Creative Expressions. And this is the digital, and it is wrapped around the little flap out, so you could take it off as well and write on the back of it. Coffee dyed paper, more of the clock book. There's your second envelope there. Digital. Then we go into the second signature. There's your third tag with the clock face or watch face. And this one's pretty much laid out the same. The pages are different, of course. But as far as the pockets and things like that, they're different, and some of the tags are different. And that flips out. Here's another pocket with a little journey card, and that's Tim Holtz. And I think this is Tim Holtz as well. And there's this original map of France. That's an original vintage piece. It has the color map on one side and the black and white on the other. Digital. This is Tim Holtz. Here's the center of the signature. And the third envelope. Tea-dyed paper. This is part of a vintage receipt. More of the map. There's that stamp again. I love that stamp. Sorry, guys. Choking. And another one of the cards that wraps around. coffee dyed paper, and here's the second junk envelope with the card in it. It's got vintage French book page behind. I don't know if I said that. And the little clock key. And more of the clock book. And then this little stacked envelope pocket thingy has little journaling cards in it that are made out of French magazine. And this is Tim Holtz die. And these are French stamps there. Digital. And then here's the last little collage with the, this is Digital Collage Club. This is Tracy Fox. And of course this is Tim Holtz. And I thought he just looked cute sitting on that big gear. So I put him on there. And then here's the 4th tag with watch. And we end up with a digital on this one. So that is Patrice. So, like I said, I'll be listing these later this evening. If you have any questions, please reach out to me on my Etsy page, and I'll be glad to answer them. The Etsy message is the easiest way to get a hold of me. A lot of times the YouTube comments or responses take a while to show up. But if you send it on the Etsy page, I get it right away on my phone. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will be back soon with another video. I'm going to get started making 2 covers today. I found I can move a lot quicker if I do 2 at a time. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just the way I work most efficiently is if I'm doing more than 1 at a time, because I feel like when I do 1, if I get to a spot that I get bogged down and I'm not sure what I'm going to do, I don't have anything else to work on. Where if I'm working on 2 or more, I can flip back and forth, you know, as ideas come to me, and they end up getting together quicker. So, we're moving on to the next, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.